Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Legends Arceus. We conquered 2 of the 3 trials of the not news, so let's see who our third one is going to be. Who I replace him with anyway, because I know who it is, but you guys don't.
I can't even remember which of the 3, whatever the hell they...
We did Azelf and Uxie. We're doing, I can't remember its
Yeah,
name.
but here's the thing. It's if you could show me...
Oh, no, we did Mesmerit and Uxie.
So here's the thing. You could show me all 3 designs and all 3 names and give me one of those, like, coloring book activities where it's like, match the name to the right one, and I would not be able to get it right.
I know which is which. I just sometimes forget the names.
I don't remember their names and couldn't tell you which one is which, so...
Okay, this stupid blue tea table is giving me some serious Velvet Room vibes right now.
I think it's supposed to be the teapot Pokemon on the table. Whatever the hell its name is.
I can just see Persona 6 or Persona 7 having a tea room themed Velvet Room where the fusions are done by tea mixture.
Have they announced Persona 6 for real? Or are they...
No.
No? Okay.
I think it's confirmed they've been working on it, but, you know, considering how frequently they tend to change course mid-production for these games, I have a feeling they're not going to, like, make an official announcement until they've got the concept nailed down.
Oh, and repeat the Persona 5 coming out 2013 thing?
Well, they had the concept down by the time they announced it there, which is worth mentioning because they actually did restart development on Persona 5 before that. They had a different concept in mind, and then they changed course to a more Japan-centric story after, you know, disasters happened. And that's part of why Persona 5 took so long. But
yeah, that was like right around the tsunami happened, if I remember correctly, right?
I think it was the tsunami, yeah.
Yeah.
But the series does still, like, even without situations like that arising, it does have a pretty involved pre-production phase. There's some interesting stuff you could look into when they were workshopping what they were going to do for Persona 3, for example. I think they were originally going for some sort of sprite-based isometric thing.
In Persona 3?
Yes.
Because I remember that game came out on PS2 and like... Oh, wait, no, it came out... I'm thinking of Persona 4. Persona 4 came out well after the PS3 came out, but only on PS2. That's what I'm remembering right now.
I think so, maybe.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm not 100% sure on the timeline.
We should just keep Wikipedia up the entire time we do this, every single time. I don't know why I bother closing it ever. Yeah, so Persona 4, 2008 video game, was originally released on PlayStation 2, 2008. So oh man, it didn't hit Europe and Australia until March 2009. Wow. And then PS Vita in 2012 and 2013, and then Windows in 2020. Strangely enough.
Hey, McKirk.
That would be the remaster port, actually, where they just did a straight remaster of Persona 4 Golden and released it on all the modern platforms.
I don't know that guy, Ryan.
It's Basil Spitlick.
Yeah.
I don't know that guy, Ryan.
This trial is meant to be super annoying, so I put an annoying character
He's the
in.
Superman guy with the intentionally unpronounceable name that has no vowels in it. He comes from another dimension. He makes a lot of trouble. A lot of the times, Superman has to trick him into spelling his own name backwards to get him to go away. Okay.
Did you wind up catching up on My Adventures of Superman, Lewis?
Yeah, I finished it. I actually said so in the chat.
I need to. I'm like 3 episodes in. I need to keep watching it because I have been liking it a lot.
The only thing that stopped me from keeping up with it per se was that I decided I wanted to watch the entire finale in one big burst.
That makes sense.
So,
what's the? Why am I asking the question? I just it keeps up the same like tone throughout, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's good because I feel like this is the first Superman media I've seen in a long time that nails the tone, which just previously it seems like adaptations have been having a hard time with, even though I feel like that's
Well,
just coming from a place of they're trying too hard to change it, even though what works works.
look, what the issue I have with a lot of Superman stuff in more recent times, and I guess Superman and Lois is exempt from this. But like the issue I have with the Superman with like Man of Steel in particular is that it focuses so goddamn much on how scary Superman is and just kind of ignores how good Superman is.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. This is a problem the Hulk deals with, ironically enough. Whereas people like when you start to trend more adult with the stories, they try to trend towards, oh, it's so scary that this man, if he loses control, he'll go berserk. When that's like I suppose that is an element of the story, but it's not like the main thing, you know, or even really the most interesting thing about it.
Well, in the Hulk's case, it is a real danger because he does kind of go beast mode on things.
Yeah, but like
but like
the whole thing about the Hulk is more that ultimately in Banner is trying to do what's right and is trying to, even if he can't completely control it, point the Hulk in the right direction, which is it's ignoring the human element of it. It's kind of
Yeah.
Which I feel like you're right in that they ignore the human element of Superman in a lot of these things as well.
Well, Man of Steel had this very worshipful feeling to it, where instead of really getting into the psychology of this man who has phenomenal cosmic power, basically, but really just wants to help, instead you get a lot of shots of him doing impossible physical feats and people being all like, you got a crowd around him, they're all reaching out to touch him while Superman looks all broody. He watches the news, people saying mildly critical things about him, and he looks really heartbroken about it, and it's just kind of like,
I feel like,
yeah.
So you guys remember how in the 2000s every single alt rock band made a song about how they were Superman or how hard it is to be Superman? It's like a whole fucking genre of music as the angry white boy Superman song. I feel like that's like for some reason the only vector people know how Superman works. For a good bit of the 2000s and early 2010s, no idea
Yeah.
why.
And you know, the thing is, My Adventures with Superman does have a few issues. Like, I feel like it leans a little bit too much into Clark Kent's dorkiness at times, and also, the episodes are too goddamn short for the stories it's trying to tell.
Yeah,
Which gets annoying at times.
it's weird that they aired it on like Adult Swim when it's very clearly a show aimed at kids.
I think it got shunted to Adult Swim in the
course.
same way that a show might get shunted to like Saturday mornings if they didn't think it would do well. But like the show did phenomenally in spite of that, so you know.
Hopefully we don't end up with another Avatar, because this is exactly what happened to Avatar, right?
Did it?
Korra did.
I thought that Avatar's later seasons also had this problem where it succeeded in
mostly
spite.
Korra.
Okay.
Well, I remember that Korra just had to deal with a lot of behind the scenes bullshit in its first few seasons that really dragged the show down overall.
When Korra was doing its later seasons, it got shunted off to internet hell.
Well, it got shunted off to internet hell for season 4. Season 3 was showed on TV, I think. And season 3 was really good. But season 2, they initially only requested the first season. So the first season was done, and it was wrapped up fairly conclusively because they didn't know if they'd get another one. And then apparently, from what I remember, the second season was requested on short notice, so they kind of had to rush it a little, and you can feel that in places. Like, they kind of just regressed the entire Korra and Mako romance and redid it. I hate it when stories go in circles like that. The first half of the season also like has noticeably poorer quality animation. I think they had it done by another studio.
You see, that's a shame. I didn't watch a ton of Avatar, but I remember the animation was always really high quality. Like, that was one of the big things about it. It was very clearly a high production value production.
Yeah, and I want to say like 80% of the animation in Legend of Korra is excellent, but like that 20% in like the first half of season 2 is just noticeably subpar, and it's a shame. And it really does suck that it was at the beginning of the season 2, because I feel season 2 is a little bit better than people give it credit for, just a little bit, but you get such a negative impression from the first half of it that it can be a little hard to notice how good the second half can get at times.
I forget, are you allowed to walk around the town during this part of the game?
Yeah,
okay.
you are.
Are people still like, oh, we don't trust you, or whatever?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
So you're banished from the town, but there's no gameplay consequence from that.
Well, no, you were banished.
Well,
and
there is
go
for
back,
a little bit.
But the moment you go back in the town, I think nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Or if they do, they don't care enough to stop you from helping them for any side quests you missed or buy
Well, I
anything
mean,
or
that's what I
whatever.
mean. That's what I mean by gameplay consequences. Like, if they had locked you out of the town until you finish the main plot, for example, that would be what I consider a gameplay consequence to the plot turn.
I think I don't know if a game could do this well, but I do think it would be interesting if, like, in this sort of plot point, like, you were still allowed in the town, but people wouldn't sell things to you, or, like, you couldn't do side quests or something like that. Like, maybe that would actually, you would have more chances to actually talk to people and let the writing show that you're being ostracized, as opposed to the writing telling you you're ostracized, even though it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah. Well, it's a tough balance to achieve, but
yeah, because they just kind of do this, like, oh, you got kicked
like,
out, but we're still trying to help you. It's like, yeah, duh, my actions to this point have shown that this is the character I am.
Oh.
Yeah, Max Revive.
How did you get one of these, kid? These are expensive.
You can't even buy them.
What is Mr. Mime doing back there?
Oh, that's a
He's making walls.
Yeah, that's a side quest where you have to chase him around, and he's making invisible walls all over the place, and then when you finish it, he helps the
I
town
know,
by
but why?
making a barrier.
It's just funny to see him back in the background of a cutscene like that.
Yeah, he's just vibing. He's doing his own thing.
He doesn't know what's going on.
Also, there's like no music for this entire part of the game. It's all just like these hum 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 kind of noises.
Oh wait, are you actually like back in the village now?
Well, we were.
I think you
No, I mean,
can
like,
go back if you want, but you know.
Are you like officially part of the team?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I mean.
Without any real pomp or circumstance.
Yeah, because the lady was like, well, if the commander didn't want me deciding things, he wouldn't have left me in charge here.
Wait, did he go off somewhere and she just decided, you know, I'm going to walk back his previous decision because it was a stupid decision?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've realized the council has made a decision, but given that it's a stupid-ass decision, I've elected to ignore it. Yeah. So now we get to the
mysterious cave up to the top of the
yeah, this
temple.
is the end of like the plot, but Ryan's going for attack and dethrone god mode, so we will have parts after this. Spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this plot point's so dumb.
It comes out of nowhere and it doesn't mean anything.
Like, didn't find myself attached to Potato Mochi Guy at all, and thought that the Potato Mochi thing was
Overdone anyway.
yeah, because it's like people don't eat more than one thing in this universe for some reason. You're only allowed to have one foodstuff of choice. And if you live in Johto, I guess I'm sorry, you can only eat Rage candy bars until you die, I guess is what the Pokemon universe implies. Oh man, the betrayal. Ryan, did you know that the server you had at Burger King the other day is secretly working for the bad guy the entire time?
You don't say.
The Potato Mochi Guy was a villain.
Yes.
What a twist.
He's a ninja working for the commander.
You know, I kind of expected a frickin' oh god, it's escaping me. What are the red ninjas from Breath of the Wild?
A Yiga Clan?
The Yiga Clan guys. I kind of expected a Yiga Clan guy to pop out. Because that is exactly the kind of situation we're in right now.
Go, my mythical.
Hold on, can we light a torch or something? I can't see. I think this is like the first like full team fight you really have in the whole game.
Nope, he only has 4.
Oh, he only has 4? Okay, never mind.
Well, I mean, as far as like fighting single player trainers goes, 4 is a good number. It's just long enough to be impactful, but you know.
Yeah, so I mean, granted, this game very purposefully only has a handful of Pokemon trainer fights. With that said, I think a few more would have been neat. Just because they're, I think, where the most interesting parts of Pokemon combat come from. But you know, considering the story and whatnot, it's perfectly reasonable that there just aren't that many trainers around. You know?
Yeah, exactly. It makes sense. You know, they could always set the next Legends game a little further up the timeline where there are more trainers around.
I really want them to do Johto Legends. Like, well, I don't know what they'd call it. Legends Celebi? Legends...
I mean, Celebi would make sense. It is a time traveling Pokemon.
Yeah, so... I think considering, especially since... Oh, God. I was going to say Johto's one of the only regions with a like in-game lore of something that happened a long time ago, but I guess if they really wanted to do Pokemon Legends X and Y and cover the stupid Pokemon Revolutionary War or whatever the hell it's called, I guess they could do that too, but that would be dumb and bad, so they shouldn't do it.
Well, I don't know. Any concept can be done well if it's done well, if that makes sense.
I guess
it's hard to care about the region that you don't already care about.
Yeah, but the thing is, I understand that there are people who like X and Y, I guess, but I just don't know how large that contingent is. It's so hard for me to judge how the Pokemon games do in relationship to each other.
It's like Final Fantasy. Whatever your first one is your favorite.
Yeah.
For the most part.
But, like, here's the thing, they've all done well. So, like, they all have sold millions of copies. So, you know. Okay, so looking at here, best-selling Pokemon games worldwide as of June 2023 by units sold in millions. Okay. So Gold and Silver is at 23 million. Scarlet Violet is going to overtake Gold and Silver almost at like any day now because it's at like 22.5. The fact that Sword and Shield is number 2 makes me visibly angry.
Really? Yeah, same.
Yeah,
it is a very good competitive Pokemon game, to be fair. So for the people who are really big on that, it's a great game to have for that.
Yeah. With that said, X and Y are at the point of they've sold about 500,000 more than Sun and Moon. And for context, Sun and Moon and Ruby and Sapphire are about neck and neck in sales. Keep in mind, this is just counting the original releases, not remakes or anything like that, or other games like that are considered part of that generation. Oh wait, no, never mind. I get if you count Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and Original Sun and Moon, then they're like still more than Gold, Silver, Scarlet, Violet, or Sword and Shield. So never mind. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's so hard to tell which Pokemon generations are more popular, and the answer is they've all sold more than 15 million, so they're all popular. That's the easy answer.